crankbait. Makes its own right. A lot of wind. I haven't been feeling very well. This way? You good?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Lately, because it's springtime and there's raging waters everywhere, right?
Yeah.
In the spring. So lately they have a lot of short footage of people running white water and all that.
All right.
Big girl, you know your spot. Get up there. Very good. Yeah, good girl, Misty.
I'm trying to see what the easiest way in here is. Here.
Which way are you facing? Oh, you're already facing the right way.
Yeah. Just trying to get in without.
Stay down a little bit.
Perfect.
Over your center of gravity.
That's what I did, buddy. First pile of the year and I'm stuck. Oh. There we go. Beauty. Just enough of a little breeze. Beautiful day. Welcome everyone to Pinetree Line. My name is Doug. If you haven't been to the channel before and you like outdoor content, consider subscribing. Do all kinds of outdoor stuff, canoeing, camping, ice fishing, you know, hot tent camping, and you know, I'll show you around the area I live in here in Northern Ontario, in Sudbury, Ontario, Canada. If you're interested in that kind of stuff, yeah, please subscribe. It'd be great to have you aboard. All the new subscribers that have come aboard of late, welcome. Out here in the north, ice has just pretty much gone out, and the last few days it's been about 30 degrees Celsius, so up around the, you know, the low 80s to mid 80s. So it's been quite warm. I'm out here with my buddy Mark from Open Air Outdoors. I'll link his channel in the description. You've seen him before if you watch the channel. If you haven't, check him out. Like I always say, Mark's the real deal. He's the guy you want to watch for sure. We intended on going in a different location, and unfortunately this spring has been very dry. Although we had a high water table and lots of snow, it's been dry, and we have some forest fires, and the highway we were supposed to take to where we're going, it's actually closed, which is crazy. It's a, you know, it's a fairly major highway. So we did what we did best. We called the Ministry of Natural Resources to see where the fire was and if there's any way we can get in there. And basically they told us if you go back there, your insurance is not covered for your vehicle or anything else. So we tucked tail and got out of there, and we found a different location to go. And it was pretty rocky and crazy getting in here. some spring runoff mud, some deep areas. Canadian Shield. Marc got some new tires on his truck, so he wanted to test them out, and he gave him a good rugged test. And you know what? It worked great, and we got through it to get to this location. Marc has been here before. I have not. Brought our rods with us, so we're good to go in that respect. Some fish aren't open. Their season to catch them isn't open, so we'll be getting any of those, namely walleye. We'll be returning them to the water. Got the old double paddle. Alright, so what I put on here is a little bit of crankbait. I've had some luck, albeit very little luck, but I've had some luck with this before. I don't know, I just want to maybe catch a pike. Let that go, we'll see what happens. See if the fish are excited to bite after a long winter. Not really, like I said, walleye's not open, so for a pike, it'll be fun. Thank God for the breeze. Black flies are in full force, and if you're not aware, if you're not familiar with black flies in northern Ontario, it's like a 3-week to 4-week season. That these things just are unbelievable, relentless, make mosquitoes look like a joke. But I do have bug spray with me, so that's a plus. And I have a bug net very close by. Worst case scenario, I hate wearing a bug net. I don't even like wearing or using bug spray, but if we have to, we have to, especially when we find a place to camp. Ultimately, one of the things I did want to mention in this video that I don't always mention, but basically, you know, like I'm a weekend warrior guy, go out, you know, on the weekends, go out in the outdoors. Not every weekend either. Got other things I'm doing in life and other things I enjoy doing. But when I bought this canoe, it came with 2 of these paddles, which are just, as Marc pointed out to me, just kind of utility paddles that maybe you'd have in your boat if you had a motorized boat and you got stuck or whatever. You would have these paddles. But they came with the boat, along with the foams to put on top of the truck, and I haven't really changed anything out. I got a great deal on the canoe itself. It doesn't matter the price of the equipment you use. You don't have to have fancy clothing, anything like that. Be comfortable. You know what? I can get out in this canoe and do the exact same thing that anybody else can do in any canoe. So really, I don't need a Kevlar canoe. The whole point is there's a difference between the weekend warrior and the avid outdoorsman. And what you need to remember is when you see an avid outdoorsman or you see people on YouTube with expensive gear, keep in mind that they are, sometimes they're YouTubers, that's their job. They're given that equipment a lot of times, or they purchase expensive equipment because that's, you know, part of their job. So it's a tool that they're going to use as part of their job. So don't feel that you have to get that equipment to be able to do those adventures. You can do those adventures with whatever equipment you have, and that's my point. Get out there, enjoy the outdoors if you're able to, even if it's only a few times a year, you know. But if you can go out every weekend, great. Whatever, just get outside, enjoy the outdoors. Alright guys, we made it to the island here that we're on. It was a bit of a bitch getting to this point and actually getting out of the boat. A lot of wind, which is good in one way but bad in another way. Good for the black flies, bad for getting the canoe situated and trying to get out. Mark gave me a hand getting out of mine. He was able to stabilize the canoe while I got my ass out of the canoe, so that worked out great. The spot we have has got a bit of junk here from previous users. However, one of the pieces of junk that's actually a good piece of junk, sorry about the wind, is the barbecue, which is a big size, looks like maybe a charcoal barbecue from the past. And that thing, the beauty of that is you're going to contain your fire nicely. If you've got a lot of dry stuff on the ground, that's what gets a fire going, and with this kind of wind, that can take off on you. So that's very dangerous. We already dealt today with a forest fire issue, which didn't let us go to the place we wanted to go. And there are a number of forest fires burning in Ontario right now, especially Northern Ontario, so you got to be careful. So the bonus of having this barbecue here, is, although some people may look at it as, well, why didn't they take their junk out? You know, why didn't they remove something that they brought there? It's actually going to be good and helpful. It's going to contain our fire tonight. Good for cooking, good for mosquitoes, heat, anything like that. And because the lid is pretty big, because the unit itself is pretty big, it's going to block the wind. All in all, not a lot of places for tents, but we do have a couple spots that were good for Mark and I. I'll use this for a while.
That tent?
Yeah. It's been a while.
It's kind of tricky, so I gotta put my fly so the tent, the wind doesn't catch it like a sail, eh?
Yeah.
Hang on here, I'll go get these guys.
Got my tent there. Mark is set up here. Sawdust from hot tent camping. Exposing the fibers there, Mark.
Yeah, we're going to loosen up all the fibers. The softer, the finer the fibers, the better. And that goes with anything, whether it's cotton, wood,
Or
dry grass,
or Bigfoot bushcraft
Or
fire starters. Fire plugs.
Bigfoot bushcraft fire plug. See how we can make this work here. Lights very easily. And we put some resin. Some natural resin wood in there.
And the great thing about those plugs is you get, you know, a 5-minute burn, so you don't have to rush.
Yeah, you can take your time.
Take your time in.
Bigfoot bushcraft, it works.
Alright guys, so for the last little while there, I haven't been feeling very well. I think I am dehydrated. I had some muscle spasms in my legs and in my my rib cage area actually. So I just took about a 40-minute nap. I feel a little bit better, but not 100%. And I guess it's a good time to relay the importance of making sure that you're drinking enough fluid. Better to bring some stuff like Gatorade or a Powerade, something with some electrolytes in it as well. Because when you're out here, you're sweating, especially in 30-degree weather. You're getting a lot of salt out of your body. You're not replenishing as much. So thankfully Marc has he's picked up the pace, and I tried as much as I could to help with getting some wood and stuff like that, but he's done all the heavy lifting. I appreciate it very much. Marc got the fire going, and what we're gonna do now is have something to eat. Hopefully that helps make me feel a little bit better. I've been drinking water pretty steady for the last couple hours, 3 hours, and the sun's gone down now, so it's a little bit cooler out, so that's nice with the breeze. So hopefully that that helps out, because when you're out here, you don't have the comforts of home and the ability to just grab some Gatorade or something like that, or go down to the store and get something. So you have to make do, and you have to be prepared, and we weren't really prepared. Neither of us brought any electrolytes or Gatorade or whatever. And the bad thing is I had the choice, and I could have last night grabbed some, and I didn't. Big mistake. And so it doesn't matter how many times you come out here, it doesn't matter how experienced you are or experienced you think you are, there's always a lesson to be learned when you're out in the wilderness. So my lesson for this trip so far, because there could be more lessons, is make sure you're bringing some Gatorade with you. So Marc found an old coffee can just over here at the side, and he's made use of it. We're gonna put our grill for our steaks on top of that and give us a little bit more surface area. We'll work something out, and yeah, it works. Unfortunately, there is some garbage. The barbecue is very beneficial to the site. There is some other stuff in the area that's not. It's unfortunate. There's like an old swing set over here, and there's some stuff further back in the bush, and that stuff's unfortunate, but some people just feel like they can just leave it here because they're never coming back or something like that, and that part of it's not great. But it is a truism of Crownland camping. That's the kind of stuff that happens. So here, I'm gonna take it anyways. Do it.
Yeah, I got it.
Potatoes looking good. Steak looking good. It's gonna be yummy.
How's the steak, Doug?
Really good. Thank you. Marc cooked it up.
Well, you finished it off. You got your hands in there too.
I got my hands dirty a little bit. Always eat it well out here. Potatoes. The unofficial beer of Pinetree Line, MGD. Very good. I feel much better. I think I finally hydrated myself enough to get feeling normal. And just, yeah, it brings up the energy level, and I don't know. You don't feel like you're dragging your ass around. Cooking over an open campfire. Nothing better than that. I'm gonna keep eating. We'll see you in a bit. All right, guys, supper was excellent. You know, it helps prepare all that stuff at home, and then, you know, it's pretty much ready to go. I had the steak seasoned, and I had the potatoes cut up with some onions and some butter inside the tinfoil wrap. Feel much better now, even well enough to enjoy the beer. Cheers. Coffee, Panama Jack, with some espresso flavor in it. Man, this should wake me up.
How's that for a slab of bacon? But it is my breakfast. I don't know what you're having.
Well, we got a Mountain House breakfast kicking around.
Can I do it twice in a row, Doug?
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Guaranteed. Here we go, folks. Mark has cooked up hash browns, egg, bacon on a nice nice bun. Nice and warm. Once again, Mark has knocked it out of the park with his cooking. He did so last night too. Give him a look at his channel, Open Air Outdoors. Subscribe if you already haven't. I have a link in the description. Once again, as I always say, Mark's the real deal. He is so knowledgeable in the outdoors. Cooking is also a passion of his, so it's like the perfect combination for someone like me and go hang out with Mark and eat well and get out to all these areas that he just knows a lot of areas here in Northern Ontario to canoe and to camp in and stuff like that. And we keep going out together, so obviously I guess I bring something to the table, whether that be some mild entertainment or something, but we have a good time. We always have a good time.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
But I remember waking up when it rained. Like every time it rained.
Yeah, I woke up in the rain. I fell asleep, and I woke up when it started raining hard.
Mm-hmm.
And then I fell asleep, and I woke up many times.
I would have preferred it rained all night. I sleep well.
Oh, yeah.
Like once it's raining.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, just a light rain like we had last night. Awesome to sleep in that.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Right, just leaving the campsite. All packed up after breakfast and cleaned up the site a little and left it a little bit better than before. Left some wood for the next people that want to use it. Yeah. A lot calmer today. There is, however, if you can see that, some smoke, forest fire smoke in the air, and I'm guessing that's from the previous location where we had wanted to camp, and they're having a forest fire issue in that area. It must be where the smoke's coming from. So hopefully not in this area at all. That would be a bad thing. Definitely. So other than that, we're going to get ourselves out of here and back, load everything up and get back on the on that rough trail back out of here. So that'll be fun. Anyways, I just really thank you for watching and supporting the channel. It means the world to me, and it's my hobby and it's the thing I like to do, so it's certainly a lot more fun when there's people watching and people interacting and whatnot. And so a huge thank you, and once again, thanks to Mark. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for another great camping trip. It's more fun when you're camping with someone else. It's a better time, and we have a good time together. We get along really well, so that's cool too. Anyways, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. I really appreciate it. And other than that, until the next one, take care, guys.